My name is Lena. I want to tell you my story. Some people will not like me and some may feel sorry for me, but I want to be honest. Am I in a relationship with a married man? This is not an excuse. I want to explain how this happened. We met by chance. He was kind, confident, and had a special look in his eyes. It made my heart beat faster. At first, I did not know he was married. When I found out, I was already in love with him. He told me that his marriage was not good. He said he stayed with his wife for the children and for the good image. He said I was the fresh air he needed in his life. I believed him, or maybe I wanted to believe him. At first, I thought this was temporary. I thought he would choose me one day. But as time passed, I understood that he might never choose me. Still, I stayed with him. Why? Because even tough is hard. He made me feel love and needed. He gave me care, attention, and support. I know my place in his life is easy for him. No big responsibilities, no problems. But it is not only his choice, it is mine too. I hold on to those happy moments. Even if they are rare, I hope I mean something to him. Maybe it is sad, but this relationship brings me both happiness and pain. Sometimes I ask myself, why do I stay? Maybe I am afraid to be alone. Maybe I am attached to a man who will never fully be mine. Or maybe I hope things will change one day. I know his wife sees me as an enemy. Maybe I would hate myself if I were her. But I live in my own world of hopes, waiting for small moments of happiness. And I also want to have a child. Maybe one day I will have the strength to live, but for now I stay because I love him, and love, as I have learned, is not always happy. I thought a lot about my life. I spent too many hours thinking I loved him, but I also feel so sad. I asked myself if I could keep living like this. Could I wait forever? I feel that I deserve more, but I was afraid to leave. I did not want to be alone. There were days when I felt very confused. Some days I feel that everything will be okay. Maybe he will leave his wife. Maybe he will choose me and we will be happy together. I will imagine our future, a home, a family, happiness. But those days were rare. Most of the time, I feel lost and unsure. I asked myself, why am I still here? Why do I keep waiting? I started to see things more clearly. I began to understand that this life was not healthy for me. I was always waiting for something that might never happen, and I was letting my life go by. I was not living for myself, I was living for him. I was waiting for him to make a choice, but I never asked myself what I wanted. I talked to my friends about my feelings. I told them I was tired. They told me that I deserved a better life. They said I should be with someone who will choose me and love me every day. They told me that I should stop waiting and start living my life for me. But I could not understand it first. I loved him so much that I could not see anything else. One day I decided to stop waiting. I told myself I needed to be strong. I needed to make a choice. I could not stay in a relationship where I was always second place. It was not easy, but I knew it was the right thing to do. I spoke to him. I told him now how I felt. I told him that I could not keep waiting. I explained that I needed more than just some moments of happiness. I wanted a future, a family, a life full of love, but he could not promise me that. He said he loved me, but he could not leave his wife. He could not make a choice. I understand it was not easy for him either, but I knew I could not keep living in this way. That was the last time I saw him. It hurt so much. My heart was broken, but slowly I began to heal. I realized that I did not need him to feel happy. I needed to find happiness inside myself. I started to do things for me. I spent more time with my friends and family. I went to the place I loved. I worked on my goals. I started to dream about my future again. Months passed and became stronger. I learned that I could be happy alone. I did not need someone to complete me. I learned to love myself. I started thinking about the kind of person I wanted to be with in the future. Someone who would love me fully, without secrets, without lies. One day I met someone new. He was kind and respectful. We laughed and we talked about everything. He listened to me and I listened to him. We spent time together and slowly I realized that I was ready for a new start. I was no longer the woman waiting for someone who could not choose her. I was a woman who knew her worth. In the end, I found peace. I learned that true love is not about waiting or being the second choice. True love is about respect, trust, and being with someone who loves you for you, who you are. And now I am ready for that kind of love.